Good day, Scenic runners. Today is March 1st, 2024. I am coming to you from Sydney, Australia. Hey, pup. Today we are in the Ponds, which is a suburb in northwest Sydney. We're at the Peel Reserve, so it's just a little suburban trail. You're going to hear a lot of cicadas here in a minute. Probably won't be able to hear me very much because it's pretty loud. Not sure how long this run's going to be. Haven't really mapped it out. But yeah, you remember last year around this time I posted a few videos from Sydney to back again. This time, for some sad and unfortunate reasons, my fiance's sister-in-law passed away far too young. So yeah, we came down for that. I'll dedicate this run to her and her family. This is the neighborhood or the area that they both live in. I didn't know her too well. Only really met her last time I was here, but I do feel very fortunate to have, spent those 2 weeks with her and her husband, my sister's, or my fiance's brother. Man, these things are loud. Okay, a little quieter here. But yeah, stayed with them for 2 weeks last year. A really lovely person with a lovely family. They live just down the road from her. And I met them a couple times. I mean, both sides of the family are just very open, welcoming, and inviting. I'm a pretty family-oriented person, so just seeing that type of family dynamic is just wonderful, and they've, you know, welcomed me with open arms. Yeah, it's just a really sad and unfortunate situation. But you try and find the silver linings at things like this. And just like with some of the videos that I've talked about in the last year, when my brother passed away, again, far too young, is it brings those around you, those that are important to you, together. Even if it's for a few days or a couple of weeks, you know, it's something to really take stock of and appreciate those that are important to you, because life just gets too busy. Everyone has their own life going on, and you got to make time for everybody, and but take care of everything else in your life, and it's just hard. You grow apart despite the best of intentions. Yeah, so for me, that's how I like to see it, is, you know, it brings this connection in their honor. Okay, we got a little off track, so go back. I haven't run this before, so I don't know it very well. But the service was quite amazing. I've not been to many funerals, but this one is by far the biggest one I've been to. I think the place sat 300 people, and there have been estimates of the attendees doubling that number, around 600. So it just speaks volumes of the type of person she was and how many lives she impacted. I got a new 360 camera, so trying that out for the first time on this run. That's a bit of the reasons why I haven't posted a run in a few months, because I haven't had the time to learn it. But yeah, hopefully after this video I learned the ropes and I'll be back to posting on my usual schedule. Okay, which way do we go? Let's continue straight. So yeah, hopefully with this camera, one of the critiques I've had on my previous videos is if I choose to pan the camera left or right, you know, to see something or show you guys something, it kind of throws people off. So with this, I think in post-editing, I'll be able to just keep the camera completely straight. And have the raw 360 footage for me. But yeah, I also going into December had a surgery and then went on furlough. So the holidays. So yeah, it's just been a busy couple months. But yeah, so the area we're in right now is the ponds. As you can tell by the architecture, it's pretty new, modern subdivision or suburb. But it's nice. Just been out here spending a lot of time with the soon-to-be in-laws. Also a very big and welcoming family. Everyone all gathers together for barbecues and whatnot. So it's really fun. And just like last time, got here on my friend's American Airlines staff travel benefit. So very thankful for that. We got here no problem, on time for the funeral service. Unfortunately, well, depends on how you look at it, I suppose, but I was supposed to fly out on Wednesday. I did not get on the plane. They do things kind of different here than in the States, where I got to the airport early enough, but at the check-in counter they told me to hang tight until an hour before the flight, and then they would issue you a seat if you can get on, and then you would go through security. And then I'm like, huh, well, in the States, you check in, they give you a pass to get through security, but not a boarding ticket. And then you wait at the gate until like 5 or 10 minutes before the flight goes off, and then they give you a seat. So I'm thinking, why would I stand around and wait for a seat, and then if I get one, I'm hoping and praying with my fingers crossed that I get through security. Didn't make sense to me, but that's how they do it. But fortunately, I got a seat, raced through security, raced down to the gate, And when I get to the gate, the light flashes red, not green. And my friend is texting, saying like, you got unseated, and the ticket was given to somebody else so they could sit 2 to a seat. Okay, we're gonna turn around here. And then he's like, hopefully they'll give you a better seat. And the staff wasn't even privy to this. And then I see people that were still at the check-in counter after me. They're coming through with a ticket and a seat and going through no problem. So I'm like, what the heck? And I ask, and they just keep trying to push you off, saying like, hang tight, hang tight. But then someone finally told me that these people were higher up on the priority list. So they are either staff or family of staff, not just friend of staff. I'm like, dang, I knew they could come like last minute, but I thought if you get issued a seat, that's it. Like, that's my ticket. So I sit here and ponder, well, you know, what if I really busted ass to get through the airport and ran and got to the gate a minute or two early? Would I have, you know, got through the gate, and would that have been the final? Or would they come and get me from my seat and tell me I need to give it up? Who knows, but it was really unfortunate. And then they had to escort me and 2 other people that didn't have a seat back through customs, and then they rolled us over to the next day's flight. But at that point, there's no benefit for me to go tomorrow. I had to get back on Wednesday so I could fly with my mom to Hawaii for a trip that we already had planned, and I didn't want to postpone it. So really, it's like I either go back Thursday or stay through the weekend. And all the other flights are already pretty heavily booked. To the extent where Monday would be the next best opportunity to get on. So that's what we're gonna do. And so I asked the lady, I'm like, well, instead of rolling me over to tomorrow, Thursday, can you roll me over to like Sunday or Monday? And she's like, nah, we can't do that. It's already been processed. Can you call them? No, you gotta come back tomorrow morning and ask them. And if you haven't been here, it's not quite that simple getting to the Sydney airport. It's not like a 5-minute walk down the road. It took us an hour and 20 minutes to get there on toll roads. So I'm like, okay, well, what's the benefit of me coming tomorrow? Is there any more of a guarantee that I get on? Nope. Same deal as today. You get lucky, you get lucky. So I'm like, well, why don't I just connect with my friend, my sponsor, and have him put me on Monday? Yeah, you could do that. Okay, well, that's a no-brainer. I'll just do that. But at the same time, I'm having technical issues with my phone. So some of my text messages go through, some don't. I tried buying, I use Mint Mobile. This is not a plug for it, but for the most part, it is pretty good and reliable in the US. I even recently bought international calling for pretty cheap through them, and was able to easily call down to Australia so we could talk to the family here. But their Mint International plan didn't really work when I got here. I could get calls and some text messages, but no data. So driving around has been a little complicated, even using like Google Maps that I saved offline. And I even tried Airalo, AIRALO, which I've heard decent things about for international plans. And they use eSIM cards. But yeah, I haven't been able to use it. I don't know if my phone supports that or what, but it's just been a no-go for me. So yesterday I got a Telstra SIM card, put that in, and it's been working pretty good. Whew. Man, it was a scorcher here yesterday. Hit like 40 degrees Celsius, which is about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and very humid. And we had a barbecue at one of the family members' house. That place did not have air conditioning, and there was no real breeze. And just the humidity was so much. It's crazy. But good food and good company trumps all. But I was happy to retreat back to a house with air conditioning to sleep in. Today, not too bad. About 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Still pretty humid. I'm sweating up a storm right now. I haven't done too much running over the past like 3 months. This is probably third or fourth time running a distance like this, so I might be breathing and huffing and puffing a little louder than normal. I missed the underpass. So I've been doing some driving down under, getting acquainted with that. Doing okay. No wrecks, so that's a positive. But still, gotta really focus and not go back to the US conventions. And definitely do not want a speeding ticket this time. They'll get you. So this is definitely going to be a slower run, but hopefully we'll make this getting back into the scenic runs more frequent and can get a better pace under our belt. I think I was supposed to go the other way. Yeah, wrong way. Not that it matters too much, but we're going to finish out going around the other part of the park that we started at. Wouldn't be a scenic run without getting turned around a couple of times, huh? The only real wildlife I've seen since I've been here this trip is just some bats. It's all dead. Cicada. But no kangaroos. Just been kind of in the urban areas. No koalas. Haven't seen any of those. Either this trip or last trip. It's alright. Someday I'll be back. Okay, so we're back at the park. We had a field day here with the kids earlier, the school kids. March 3rd, 2024, back in the States. Sleep day, so February 29th. Happy leap day all. Hope you're having a good one. Until next time, keep those feet moving. And peace be with you, Nadi.